Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This is your reading for July 12th through the 18th. My name is Kate. This is the Starseed Report. If you're returning, I'm so happy to have you back. And if you're new here, welcome. I look at everything from the viewpoint of we create our own reality. I've had some major intuitive downloads this week, and I've been really contemplating them right before your reading, so I think they might apply to you. We'll see if they come out in your reading. Oh, yeah. Look at that. 10 of Cups. Happy home, happy family, fortune after difficulty. I think you're going to have a great week. Taurus, that is beautiful energy to come in with. With the 9 of Pentacles around you. Oh, wow. And you're the Magician. Wow, Taurus. 3 of Wands in your recent past. Queen of Swords coming out as a potential energy. 2 of Pentacles before you. Negative feelings. 10 of Wands. We've got 4 of Cups in our external factors. We've got 8 of Pentacles in our hopes and wishes. And our outcome is 8 of Wands. Wow, some big stuff happening, but look who's on the bottom of the deck. Oh, boy. I never like it when that guy comes out. But you Taurus, we'll just put him over here. Put him over there. We will talk about the devil, but we are going to talk about the beautiful energy that you are currently in, making some really, really big changes from a place of power, because you are in 10 of Cups energy. This is you coming in. This is beautiful. This is happy home, happy family, fortune after difficulty. You can see it. The job, however, those cups are all up in the air. They are so close, you can taste them. You feel the potential of your future. You know you deserve this, but you need to pull those things into reality and turn them from being a feeling into being solid, to being more pentacles, to being tangible things. But you're feeling really good because you're seeing so many great things on the horizon. And then the energy covering or crossing you for good or for bad, I'm going to say it's for good, because the 9 of Pentacles is financial independence. It is financial freedom, but there's still just a little bit of something that you're hoping to get, because this isn't 10 of Pentacles. This isn't having it all. There's still one more pentacle that you want, but it's within reach. This is beautiful, beautiful energy for you to have. The basis of this reading is the Magician. Spirit would like you to know that you are in control of manifesting for your reality. The Magician can create whatever he or she wants. Infinity on the hoodie, and has everything at his disposal. He's got all the cups, all the wands, all the swords, all the pentacles. You have everything that you need to create the life of your dreams. His job, however, which he's doing very nicely on this card, is focus. To focus and channel the energy, channel the knowledge, the experience, the pentacles, your emotions, channel everything into the manifestation of that dream coming true. You have everything that you need, and now it's time to create it. Such beautiful energy. 3 of Wands is in your recent past. 3 of Wands is a card of going out on an adventure. It can be someone who helped you. So this is in your recent past. This person is standing on the shoreline looking out at the sea. It's getting moving towards some kind of adventure. So something has recently happened in your recent past that had just a feeling of adventure to it. The 3 of Wands, it's really about opportunity. It's about being at the right place at the right time, making connections with other people. And I feel like this opportunity, you're starting to really see the potential of what this can bring to you. And then in your immediate future, you have the Two of Pentacles, which is juggling the pentacles. It's like making things happen. It's getting busy. So you've gone from the start of an opportunity, really understanding the depth and breadth of what this opportunity can mean, and then getting to work making it happen with a lot of magician energy. Now, the Queen of Swords is in your potentials. Queen of Swords is someone who sees things very, very clearly, makes good decisions. This is like mental clarity of just seeing things and creating what she wants because she's seeing things clearly. So this is a potential energy. You may need to really take a deeper look at some things. And honestly, with the Eight of Pentacles coming out in your hopes and wishes, I think you want to bring in some of that Queen of Swords energy to analyze things, because your desire in this reading is to really get to work learning some things. The Eight of Pentacles is all about learning things, and this is what you want to do. And so the advice from Spirit in this reading is that the Queen of Swords energy of just mental clarity, of putting together spreadsheets, of dotting the T's and dotting the I's and crossing the T's is what I was trying to say. Queen of Swords wouldn't say that. But again, we do have Mercury retrograde, so forgive me. But you want to learn something new, and the Queen of Swords is really going to help you in that pursuit. Whatever's happening is happening very, very quickly because you have the Eight of Wands. This is focus that brings you to a place of successful manifestation. All of these things are focused towards one thing. All of the wands are going in the same direction, and this denotes fast-moving success. We have two cards that are telling you that we need to be focused this week. The Magician, focusing on what he wants to manifest, and then the Wands. Wands are like your work and your passion, and it's focused energy, and it's very, very fast moving. I think you are going into a phase now where you are going to be very busy and things are going to be moving really fast. And you might just be feeling like, wait a minute, I got to slow down here a little bit and I got to just get some more information. You can do both. This isn't an either or type of situation. In your negative feelings, you have the Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands is, in this reading, I feel like this is some kind of burden that you have. You're having some movement forward that's super successful, but there's still some responsibilities that you're carrying. In the traditional tarot, we see a guy with 10 wands, and they're a little unwieldy, and he needs to drop a couple of them so he can take the 8 wands home. The Ten of Wands has a lot of stuff. You see her, she's moving on. She's moving to a different place. And I think with all of this movement happening with the Eight of Wands as your outcome, you may be feeling pretty negative about a lot of the things that you are carrying. In your external factors, you have a gift. Somebody's trying to give you a cup, but you already have those 3 cups. And you've got a little bit of shiny object syndrome as it relates to things in your external environment. Somebody's trying to give you something, and you're looking over at, I think, all of this new positive energy that you're soaking in. And I think there's just some things from the past that you're carrying forward, and somebody's trying to give you another one of those things, one of the things that you already have. And you're like, wait a minute, I don't want any more stuff. I'm getting busy creating this magical experience, and somebody wants me to carry another cup. And yeah, I think there's just some stuff in your external environment that's a little bit heavy that might be slowing you down. All right, we got to talk about this guy, the devil. The devil only has power when you have fear. My story about this, which I've told on the channel a few times, but I don't know if I've told it in a Taurus reading, so I'm going to tell you. I was given a job opportunity, a job offer, and it was structured in a way where I had a solid base salary, but there was all of this extra bonus money that was coming to me if I was successful, if I had done all that I needed to do. I worked so hard at that job. I did everything that was asked of me and then some, and I barely got any bonus. The funny thing was, as I was getting the job offer, I went to the tarot because that's how I make decisions and I get further clarification and energy about what's going on. And I pulled this exact card. And I'm like, well, who's going to be the devil in this situation? I wasn't getting it. I wasn't understanding that the entire job was going to be this, that I was making a decision because of the money. And I looked at all of the money and I was like, it would be fiscally irresponsible for me not to take this job. I wasn't super passionate about it. It was different than anything I had been doing in the past. I gave away my power to this guy for money. So this is around you. This is a part of the basis of this reading because it came out on the bottom of the deck. And you need to be very careful about any of the stuff that you're manifesting. Yes, it's not saying that all of this is bad, that you're in the same situation I was in. It's just such an illustrative example of what the devil's like. I was not in my power, and I gave whatever little power I had away in exchange to be bound to this job, to this devil job, because of the promise of money that I never got. This can also be addictions. People give their power away to substances all the time because they don't want to deal with their emotions. And then the emotions are still there. They're not dealing with them. And then they have a substance issue. And the substance issue is a very binding kind of energy. I think this is a very beautiful reading. You just have to be really careful that anything that's happening doesn't have any kind of temptation to it. Now, the temptation could be that as you're going into this adventure, that this heavy stuff that you're still carrying, this external factors that you kind of don't want, that you feel a responsibility towards that, and that is binding you to still taking care of things that you have around rather than letting them go. And the devil might be trying to convince you to not be as free as this reading is calling you to do, and to take care of these other things rather than offloading them. So you might have this sense of responsibility to take care of these things rather than claiming your freedom. My advice would be to go into that Queen of Swords energy. She's right there as a potential for you. Go into the Queen of Swords energy. Claim this as a part of yourself and see things very clearly. See the devil really clearly. The Queen of Swords energy is going to allow you to really make good decisions. You also have that Eight of Pentacles, really important. You desire this. You want to know more. You want to get all of the information. You want to explore something. You want to crack open some books. You want to talk to people who are experts. This is education. You want to get more education. And I think that is going to dispel some of the temptation. And it's going to make it easier to make some decisions about what you need to do about these things that you're still carrying that you don't really want to. And then this thing on the external factors where somebody's trying to give you this cup, and it's the fourth cup of something that you already have. And you even see it in this reading. She's right there, and she's looking over this way. You're focused here. You're focused here on this adventure that is unfolding for you. And you've got this other cup. And it's not a bad cup, but you're focused over here. But this is coming in from your external environment. Okay, let's go to the clarifying deck and see what energies. Well, that one's falling out, so that definitely wants to come forward. Well, there's two. And I'm going to take both of them because we're getting the devil again. You see those people bound there. So that's definitely a message for you that there is this energy around you. Now, the magician does, he's focused on what he wants. He is not tempted by this devil. And then the other card that was falling out was the Four of Wands. This is balance. You see the 11, the wands on either side. And then there's the celebration. It's a wedding celebration. It is a marriage. And you have that happy home, happy family. So this is definitely some advice for Spirit that's clarifying. We want to stay in balance. We want to really commit, I think, because weddings, marriage, it's about commitment. And I think Spirit is asking you to make a balanced commitment that is celebration worthy. And I'm going to put that right on the happy home, happy family, and the Nine of Pentacles of the financial independence. That is what we're going for. That is the energy you're currently in. And I would just put your focus on that, but don't put your focus on that in terms of, I have these responsibilities to my family. If you go into your own power your own magician energy and really focus on what you need and what you want, you can make infinity happen. That means if you stay in your power, the devil does not become something that is a factor here, because if you're in your power, he's got no power. It's only when you're in fear states and when you're not claiming your magician energy that the devil has power over you, because then you say things like, oh, well, I need to do this because I have to. When you're in your power and you take care of you, you can take care of your family so much better. When I first moved to California, well, we were visiting there the summer before we moved there, and I got this very strong intuitive download. I'm walking down one of the streets and I just hear this message very clearly. You can take care of yourself here, and that means you can take care of your family here. So they were really, really adamant that I needed to move there. And the whole experience was a magical experience for me. We were only supposed to stay for 1 year. We ended up staying for almost 9 years. And Spirit made that happen. Everything on the outside, on the Pentacle side of things, said that I shouldn't have been there for more than a year. But Spirit and I and me, I'm going to claim my power in that, because I listened to Spirit. When Spirit told me, when I was afraid, stand your ground and stake your claim, or stake your claim and stand your ground, more accurately, I did it. I did what they asked me to do. And then Spirit filled in the blanks. And I feel like, and these wands kind of feel like stakes. 4 of Wands here really shows those wands staked in the ground. Stand your ground, stake your claim. There's a reason this came out with the devil. Because when you are here, when you stake your claim and stand your ground and know who you are, you're in your power. Wow, this is really powerful reading. Let's pull one more clarifier, and then we're going to pull some oracle cards. And you've got the 8 of Wands too. That is also very much stake your claim type of energy, but it's singular focus. What is it that you want? I staked my claim on the one thing that was anchoring me there, and it worked. All right, we're going to do one more clarifier. Yes, we are. And we are getting Page of Pentacles. So some kind of message, a positive message about money. I think this is maybe what you need to Queen of Swords and 8 of Pentacles about. You need to definitely, especially with Mercury retrograde happening, you need to look at that message that's coming in. You need to look at all of the communications about money that is around you, and you need just to do your due diligence about that. I don't think it's a bad message, but you just need to do your due diligence. All right, let's pull a couple of Wisdom of the Oracles. We'll pull some tea leaves, and then I will let you skedaddle, Taurus. Thank you so much for being here. If this video is resonating, like it, drop a comment down below. All right, we've got breathe. So yes, stay in your center. Keep breathing through all of this activity, because things are moving very, very quickly. Lots of Wands energy around. Swift movement as the outcome, swift successful movement as the outcome, but you need to definitely stay centered. This breathe person feels like she is in her power. Magician is staying in your power. And we are getting regeneration, which is like the rebirth card, death rebirth card, and I feel like this is creating an entirely new experience for you. I don't think this is something that you've ever done before, which can be really discombobulating. You know, when you are doing something that your ego mind does not have any reference points for, it can be very, very discombobulating, which is why we need to stay centered, focused on whatever is that we're doing. Otherwise, if we're off center, that's when this temptation can come into play. We are getting horseshoe. Good luck. You've got lots of good energy, lucky energy around you with that 9 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups. Secret admirer. Well, you could definitely have one of those around as well. I'm not seeing much in terms of a relationship reading, but it could be that the people who are around you, because this adventure card often means that there's someone else around, they admire you. They look up to you. They see your capabilities. They admire what you can do and who you are. So I feel like you are supported by other people in this. And then we've got hills, obstacles to overcome. I'm going to put that right there on the Devil card. And let's pull one more. Lily, spiritual love. And I'm going to put that on the Magician because that's where the magic really is. Love is the energy, and spiritual love primarily is the energy that drives everything forward. Taurus, this is a really beautiful reading. I think you're in really good energy. I think that this is just such a positive reading. But of course, this guy, we just have to be careful of this guy. But he has zero power when you are in your power. It's just a temptation for you to give up your power, to give up your magical capabilities. We want to stay in magician energy. This is the basis of the reading. This is the primary message of the reading, is that Spirit wants you to stay in magician energy, focus on what it is that you want. You have everything that you need to get this to the successful, swift-moving conclusion. Such a beautiful reading, Taurus. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you in the next reading, and subscribe to the channel for more readings like this, because your energy has just been popping in the last couple of readings. And so I would love to see you again.